Mets just signed Devin Williams to a 3-year, $50 million contract. The first thing that comes to everybody's mind is, what does this mean for Edwin Diaz? We will tell you everything along with our opinions, thoughts about the Devin Williams signing. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed to the Mets'd podcast. Also, shout out all the members. We got a live stream coming to you guys soon. Don't worry, we got a live stream coming. I promise you it's coming soon. Subscribe. And also, check out the merch, link in description if you want to get something for Christmas. Devin Williams, James, signed with the Mets, 3 years, 50. What are you thinking?
Instant reaction in terms of the player. I think I definitely like the player more than maybe what his public perception is right now. The ERA was high as a Yankee. It was kind of a disaster season. He allowed an earned run. I have it here. I wrote it down here. Allowed an earned run in 5 of his first 14 appearances with the Yankees last year. I think that put him kind of on a downward slope from the beginning, but still a really good pitcher, still striking guys out. Then the years and the money caught me very off guard here.
Yeah, the years were shocking. I was truly surprised that Devin Williams, took a 3-year deal. But then when you see the money, you're like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess he kind of had to. Like, Devin Williams coming off of the season that he had, while I think under the hood looked a lot better than what the ERA numbers, like you said, were. 3 years, $50 million. You can't say no to that if you're Devin Williams, no matter who's coming for you. He would have played for the Colorado Rockies at 3 for $50.
Definitely not. And that's what does make me feel weird about this trade, despite, again, liking the play.
Signing.
My bad. Want to talk more about the players as we get through here. But the contract seems like a big commitment to a guy that at worst is not a good closer. And at best, there's going to be some erraticness in production just based on the player archetype here.
I mean, shout out Diana, the queen of Mets Twitter. She put out a funny tweet that I bookmarked already. She was like, Devin Williams in a David Stearns run organization, 1.89 ERA. David Stearns and Devin Williams in non-David Stearns run organization, 3.48. Let's address real quick the Edwin Diaz stuff. Everyone around the league, all the reporters, all the people that are in the know are saying this has no impact, does not change anything, with the Mets still being very interested in Edwin Diaz. And I think we have to say that quickly, because I think the immediate reaction that anybody, and I will say it makes sense, would have is, what does this mean for Edwin Diaz? But I like the idea that if we don't get Edwin, which of course is a possibility, I still don't think we'll miss out on him. We do still have what was a dynamite closer his entire career, except for when he was with the Yankees.
Yes, exactly. But I do feel better about Devin Williams as a 2 with Edwin as the 1.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't tell you I'll be happy going Edwin Diaz to Devin Williams. Like that, it's very much of what's been, seems like all the David Stearns moves so far this offseason, where it's like, well, if this is the only move, I don't feel great. I want to see what happens next, because if Devin Williams is our closer going into opening day, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I feel good about it. Like, while I think the under the hood stuff is great and he still strikes out a ton of guys, and it seems like last year was just a weird season with the Yankees, and I'm going to try and find the Petriello stat about how when Devin Williams left the game, basically the Yankees relievers couldn't stop anybody from scoring, and he killed all the inherited runners when he came into the game. But I won't feel good about it if Devin Williams is closer on April 1st.
No, there's also last year, Devin Williams went from the Brewers to the Yankees. The Brewers are always the best infield defense in baseball, one of the best. The Yankees usually either in the middle or closer to the bottom, but you also hope that we have the infield defense to help him next year. It's just, it was such a weird season for him. The way it started did make it look so ugly at the end, but I think he's good. Like, the strikeout rate was 35%. That's good. Like, the whiff rate was still up at the league best. That's good. The ground ball rate was still good. The quality of contact against him was still pretty good. Not as good, but still quite good. Like, it seems like no matter what, there's a better floor in Devin Williams than the guy that we saw last year.
I got the numbers. So Williams inherited 6 runners when he entered the game this season. He allowed 0 to score. I like hearing that. I think that's a good stat. Williams left 10 runners on when departing. The next relievers allowed 7 of them to score. So 70% of the time when he left the game, the Yankees relievers allowed him to score. 100% of the time when he came into the game with inherited runners, none of them scored.
Okay, that's great. So again, what a big deal. But
it is weird.
This is now only one of like 12 3-year reliever contracts in baseball, and a handful of those were signed to guys who were pre-arbitration. Like, in terms of AAV, I know the deferrals will kick in to bring this down from $15 million, probably a little bit lower, but Josh Hader makes $19 a year. Tanner Scott, 18. Raisel Iglesias, 16. And it'd be Devin Williams right after that.
Yeah, the deferrals.
It's hefty. To add the Edwin Diaz contract on top of this, what I'm saying is that it would still, I know it's being reported like that, but I would still be surprised if you put this much money into the back of a bullpen.
Yes and no. And the reason I say this is because we know that one of the issues right now was for the Mets, and I'm going to bring up the 2014-15 Kansas City Royals because I love doing it. That's modern baseball, like love it. Chef's kiss, where it's like, our starters are going to be at their best if we can get them to go 6 innings. And then if we can lock down 7, 8, and 9, which is a lot to say. That's a lot to say, but it works. It has worked in the past. And I think with the options that are available realistically pitching-wise for the Mets on the starting rotation market, both free agency and trade-wise, I think this is the plan. I really do. I think that they're still going to get Edwin Diaz, and they're going to be like 8th and 9th inning, interchangeable. Those guys can pitch at either moment. It's going to be shut down, and then we just kind of got to get to the 7th. If we can get to the 7th, we're feeling good. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but over a season, like, you still love the idea that the final 6 outs of the game are pretty locked up.
I came on here so ready to be so excited about the signing and like kind of wax poetic and pontificate about all the reasons that Devin Williams will have better luck next year, but seeing that deal and seeing where that is relative to the rest of relievers in baseball, does that not?
But the deferrals,
give you some pause?
The deferrals are big, though.
Okay, so deferrals still bring it down to $12 million against the luxury tax a year, maybe best case scenario. I don't know exactly how those are going to work.
Yeah, I don't know how those numbers work, but like in terms of AAV, we're just going to talk about AAV because we can't talk about luxury tax right now. Taking $15 million off over those 3 years because of the deferrals, that's how much it's going to be, $5 million a year. That puts him right around $10 million a year. Like, that's what less than Tanner Scott got.
It is less than Tanner
He's
Scott
better than
got.
Tanner Scott. That's like less than Kirby Yates got.
It's scary when you look at, Robert Stevenson too. Also the fact that
Robert Stevenson also never had the sustained success that Devin Williams had either. I think it's hard when you see Devin Williams really stink it up like he did with the Yankees. Like, there's no doubt that I'm not going to spin you that a 4 ERA was ever good for him by any means. But he had the sustained success and was dominant before that, like disgustingly dominant. Similar way where Edwin Diaz, when he came to the Mets, had the one horrendous season and then has been quite literally the best reliever in baseball since.
I am only talking about it in the context of I'm still assuming my head when Diaz is not back, honestly. That's how I feel.
I'm taking he's back.
That's how I feel after this. If I were to tell you a world, maybe you can get in my headspace here. Edwin Diaz is not back. What do you think of this?
Don't love it.
I
kind of said that at the beginning. I said that's been Stearns' offseason, is he's made moves where I'm like, well, there's got to be more to this, right? Like, this can't be the move. Just like Simeon trade couldn't be the move. Like, you're worse off trading Simeon for Nimmo if that's the only thing that you do. Simeon does not make this team better than Brand Nimmo does. If you go from Edwin Diaz to Devin Williams, the Mets are a worse team.
I want to be more excited about this. I'm sad I'm not letting myself get more excited about this.
Listen, I'm not excited. I'm not pretending like I'm excited.
You seem like you're excited.
I think it's just a different vibe right now of where we're at in the night, where I just might have a little more energy.
Maybe that, but man, like, if he's the closer, you pay them kind of closer-ish money. This is the closest thing to closer money that. But maybe, especially with that third year,
maybe because Uncle Stevie got that casino today. Maybe he's like, we got
that's it.
Hey, big brain. Uncle Steve goes, I'm going to own a casino next to Citi Field, all the hotels, the casino property. I'm going to be making such boatloads of money. And we saw the reports that came out about his net worth now being close to $30 billion, which is double basically where it was when he bought the Mets, which is absolutely insane because the Mets still haven't done shit and his net worth has doubled in terms of billions. Maybe he was just like, go get Devin Williams. It's our 8th inning guy. We're going to pay Edwin Diaz too. Maybe he goes nuclear and he pulls kind of a Dodgers and said, we want our guys. We're just going to pay them. We're going to pay the guys that we want here.
How many years do you think Edwin Diaz is going to get in his contract now?
5.
You think he's going to get 5? You
think five for the record was what? 5 for 100, right? That's what he originally signed, and that was the record.
5 for like 102.
Okay, so he'll probably go
95.
He'll probably go 5 for 103. Like, just whatever is the minimum to break it. I think that's what's going to happen.
My brain went there too when this happened. If Devin Williams getting 3, like Edwin has to get 5.
And Ryan Helsley just got 2. Like,
I think also with an opt out. The surprising thing about the Devin Williams is the no opt out, because there is a world where, like you're saying, like it's definitely possible here. Like Devin Williams reverts to being an easy top 5 closer in baseball this season.
You wouldn't be shocked.
100% very possible. Probably better than a 50% chance of that happening. Now you're locking yourself into everything I'm saying against. Now you're locking yourself into like $8 million lower AAV than you actually could get if you got right back on the market. That's what makes this very weird to me. It feels like both teams made a really honest concession. Like usually deals like this, teams seem to avoid more risk and like just throw the opt out but give you more money. This is kind of like, this is a huge bet on Devin Williams.
Huge bet.
Massive bet of Devin Williams. And kind of a lack of bet of Devin Williams on himself a little bit.
KP, the website is chubbiesshorts.com. The brand is Chubbies, but it's not just shorts.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the website's name. This is a one-stop shop for all things that I love. Swimming trunks, golf polos, and even flannels. It fits me perfectly. One Stop Shop is the place to go.
Yes, sir. KP, I've been wearing their flannel overshirt. It's like my favorite flannel and your softest sweater having a little baby. It's the best of both worlds. Classic flannel look with the warmth of a fleece. And we know it's that time of year to pull that off. The Chubbies flannel overshirt. It feels like your favorite flannel, but with the warmth of a cozy sweater. And for a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your purchase at Chubbies with the promo code FOUL at checkout. But if it's Black Friday, skip the code. Take advantage of an even bigger markdown during their exclusive Black Friday sale. Just head to chubbiesshorts.com and make sure to support the show by telling them that Foul Territory sent you.
This is also like a big plant your flag moment for David Stearns, possibly as well.
Kind of. Yeah, this is one that if the two ways this could go could say a lot about what happens the next few years, maybe with just the public perception of David Stearns, wherever it is right now.
I mean, we've been two of the biggest Stearns guys, and this is the first time we've truthfully been like, what's going on here?
It's a funny ad, though, because, again, like before coming on, just seeing an instant reaction, see the update, I'm like, yes, happy, excited, can't wait to talk about Devin Williams. Then seeing the money, it totally shifted my entire perspective on the whole thing.
I mean, couldn't Devin Williams
More the years than the money.
Like, be like, I need the 3 years because it takes you through the lockout, too? Like, you just don't want to think about it, and then you have a clean year after the lockout?
Maybe, I guess. If we're already getting to the lockout, though, we can't. I think these guys are thinking about that.
All these
but I don't
players
think
are thinking about that, and front offices, too.
We're also seeing like a bit of reversal on that because we've seen more guys take the qualifying offer than years past, and possibly Devin Williams taking away some AAV that gives himself some extra years. This also seemed to me like the Luis Severino deal of, I don't want to move out of New York, but I don't have an offer out there that I want good enough yet, which is why I was like, nice, 1 year, 2 year, opt out, no risk, let's have some fun. This is strange. This is not a risk averse move.
No, this is risk move.
Yes.
This is another guy that Stearns taken back from his Milwaukee days as well. The first one did not work out.
It seemed weird because that's the way Devin Williams left Milwaukee. I know David Stearns wasn't there at the time. It was kind of like, bye-bye, see you later. So
yeah, let the door hit you on the way out.
We could figure out a new version of you. I mean, there's also going to be that narrative. People can be like, he can't pitch in New York. We kept him in New York. Again, I don't think
fair. He is a bit of a head case, Devin Williams.
Yes, he barked at some umpires, but he got that from his manager last year. That was kind of part of the Yankee way.
I've heard things. He's a head case off the field, so
for sure he might be, definitely could be. I guess Stearns knows him kind of well. So
yeah, definitely knows him better than us.
That's a vote of confidence right there. The other big thing with Devin Williams that was very weird is that just for some reason last year he gave up a lot more singles on pitches outside the strike zone. Strange anomaly that happened. Hitters swung on pitches outside the strike zone a good bit more than they did the previous year. The whiff rate in those went down. The batting average went up, but the slugging percentage, the quality of contact, and those didn't go up. So that's kind of something that we were alluding to before. Just a hitter throwing the bat out there, trying to get it through the Yankee infield. It's just I can't get over how weird of a season it was, and I can't get over the fact that we guaranteed him 3 seasons.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter that much. Maybe this is us being a little PTSD too of like old Mets.
Yeah,
where
definitely.
It's like 3 years. Like we're never going to sign another reliever, but maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, you see how important these guys can be in the back end of the games. Maybe Edwin Diaz is asking for crazy. Maybe he wants 120 million. Like we don't know where he's actually going with all this. Maybe this is just the insurance if for some reason Edwin Diaz gets absolutely insane in his asking price.
I guess that's true. We just became the third team in baseball to have 2 relievers in our bullpen, even without Edwin Diaz, signed to at least two each of them signed a $10 million AAV contract. Try and name the other teams.
Dodgers
are one of them. And again, one of these teams shows up here in the contracts, but one of the guys originally was signed as a starting pitcher, so I'm not counting him in this.
Okay, so Dodgers, how many teams are there?
There's one more.
Is it going to be the Boston Red Sox?
They were the team that was the technicality because they have Hicks, but I'm not counting him as a reliever for these purposes.
Fair. And then, so there's still one more team.
One more team.
Atlanta Braves?
No.
Toronto Blue Jays?
No.
Ooh, is it the Orioles?
It's the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, okay.
Just got them both, Ryan Helsley and Andrew Kittredge. So this is a strange. If we have 3 of them, we'll be the only team to have that.
We're the only team that's got an owner who's got $30 billion.
Hopefully that's the case. Maybe just absolutely spend out of our assets. Maybe if this is the sign for that, that's great. If this is going to be the only big bullpen acquisition, I'll feel a little bit uneasy despite liking Devin Williams.
Okay, now to just really give you some crazy hypotheticals here. Edwin Diaz, $100 million for 5, right? We're just going to give that a round number just for easy math. Devin Williams, $50 million for the 3. Theoretically, $50 million more dollars to play with. Can you put those $50 million more dollars now towards Pete Alonso, Cody Bellinger? Do you feel better if that money saved by going to Williams goes towards getting better players overall, or maybe even a starting pitcher.
Possibly. That's also the opposite of what you're saying. We're saying this deal.
I just want to know.
This deal should mean that money's limitless, but I'm going to throw you a would you rather right back because it just hit me in the head.
So you're not going to answer mine. You're just going to throw it right back.
I think yes, but I also still assume those guys aren't affected. I think the most direct correlation here has to be Edwin. So
yes.
I'll give you one for 5 for 100. Pretend's even the exact same contract, or maybe we'll give it 5 for 100 versus 5 for 120. Would you rather Edwin or Cody Bellinger?
Oh wow! Now knowing that Devin Williams is on the team.
Yes, Bellinger a little bit more expensive, same length of a deal for two kind of interesting differently risk players.
God, I love Edwin. Give me Edwin. Bring it back. Bring back the boys.
I thought that too, but is that stupid? Are we stupid for thinking that?
Probably.
Are we too attached to Edwin Diaz for this conversation right now?
Probably. It's probably not really a fair conversation, but also at the same time, we know how important it is to just lock down the last 3 outs of the game, or the last 4 sometimes with how Edwin's been. And when you look around the league, it's almost impossible to find someone that's had the consistency that Edwin Diaz has had since the juice ball era. Like, besides blowing out his knee in the World Baseball Classic, he's basically been unhittable since, 2021?
Yeah, definitely. But even when all those things were happening, there was never actually, I mean, again, you actually had a lot of doubt about it, but everything you looked at for Edwin Diaz looked like it was totally fine. Like, everything velocity, everything movement-wise, everything swing and miss. And that is the same thing that just happened with Devin Williams. Devin Williams' velocity did go down, but also during 2024, it just went up for some reason. He was always like a 94, 95 guy. Then he went to 96, and then this year went back to 94. So that's also in line with where he was when he was elite. Like, this is kind of one of those things where if we saw another team make a steal, we'd be like, wow, what a fun risk to take. Good for them on that
of course.
And now we're making a steal. We're like, oh, we're taking the risk.
You're like
this kind of like the Dylan Cease pitcher contract.
Yeah.
Relief pitcher contract.
It's one of those where, again, I'll say it one more time. Got to see what the next move is for David Stearns. Like, again, this can't be the only one, because then I don't like it. If it is the only one, if this is in addition to Edwin Diaz, or in addition to maybe now we're more involved in some other players that we haven't even been thinking about, that could be good. Okay, great. But if Devin Williams is the closer, and that's kind of like, that's our best arm in the bullpen going into the 2026 season, don't love it. Don't love it.
No, do not love it that much.
That being said, and David Stearns, we trust. I trust him. I trust him. He's going to get the job done.
And still like Devin Williams.
Yeah, like Devin Williams.
Love Devin Williams. Like the contract.
It's scary. It's scary when you think the guy that's never going to leave is going to possibly leave.
When you push some chips into the table like this, it's like, all right, now you got to start paying attention. Like, you tighten up a little bit. This
is like for gamblers out there, like playing blackjack. You get the split, and then it gives you another 8 on top of your 8. You have to split again. Like, this is why we gamble. This is why we play the game. You don't play to just have to stick around the 0. You try and make a big move here.
It's kind of also like Texas Hold'em. If you're bluffing and you put a big bet, everyone folds. One person stays in, and they like hit you back. You're like, all right, let's play ball a little bit.
Let's play some ball.
This is a play. This is a play ball move.
This is a play ball move. We'd love to know what you guys have to think about it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to Mets'd, not only just on YouTube, but also on the audio side, Google Audio. No, we're not promoting them. First, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, if you listen on there, wherever you listen to your podcast, subscribe to us, download, leave us a rating, leave us a review. We do appreciate it. You can follow James on social media at
James Giano.
I'm Giraffe Neck Mark with a C. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We will all catch you later this week. James said it. It's going to be a crazy week, and it's already off to a ridiculous start.
Let's go, Mets, baby.